Okay.
2019 has come to a close. It was a pretty good year for games overall. Personally, it felt like a lot of the biggest games of the year were directed towards my own personal taste. Today we're going to run through the 10 games that I had the most fun with in 2019. Number 10, Pokemon Shield. Pokemon Shield was okay. Earlier this year I played through Red and Blue with my friend Jack. It was his first Pokemon game, and that was an awesome time. We did a show called My First Mod here on the channel, and both of us were looking forward to Sword and Shield. I picked up Shield at launch, put about 25 hours into it. It's still Pokemon, it's still fun, but I had a better time with Let's Go, and personally I would love to see another Let's Go follow-up rather than them doing a half step like this in the future. Number 9 is Apex Legends. Apex Legends was an uphill battle for me because I'm a huge fan of Titanfall, so seeing that they were doing a free-to-play battle royale rather than a dedicated new Titanfall game still in the same universe was a little worrying, but I love Apex Legends so much. It's easily my favorite battle royale. It's great. I think the heroes they have for Apex Legends are way better than a lot of other hero shooters on the market that are chasing that sort of Overwatch appeal, and Apex Legends has done a great job of intertwining their lore, their characters, and their map. It's a great game I love coming back to. Number 8 is Star Wars Battlefront 2. I bet this is not the Star Wars game you expected to be on here. I picked up Battlefront 2 earlier this year for like $7, and while the game obviously had its troubles at launch, and while I thought Battlefront 1 was very light on content, I did have a blast with that game. And Battlefront 2 is really what I remember of Battlefront 2 on the PS2. It's so much fun. It's a blast to play. It's beautiful. The sound design is incredible. Seeing these iconic Star Wars maps realize some of the best looking visuals on the PS4. I really love Battlefront 2, and every improvement they've made to the game since launch. I highly recommend checking it out if you've passed on it or if you dropped it around launch, because it is an awesome Star Wars experience that you shouldn't miss. Number 7 is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Sekiro is probably my second favorite From Software game at this point. Sekiro, from a meta perspective, is the first From Software game to click with me about understanding and sort of navigating combat. And while I think I prefer the pace of Bloodborne combat, I think Sekiro is a great game with amazing boss designs, incredibly satisfying to nail those visceral attacks or parries. Next up is a game all about creativity because I love it, and that is Super Mario Maker 2. Super Mario Maker 2 is my first experience with the Super Mario Maker series. I didn't spend a ton of time with the level creation. I probably made about 3 levels total. One of those you're seeing on screen right now. I've put the code in here if you do want to check it out. It's a fun little seasonal thing. You also get a really charming Nintendo story that showcases all of these elements within the game, within the context of how they can be used in a great way, and it's one of the best 2D Mario games I've played in the last 10 years, so there's that. Continuing the trend of creativity is Dreams at number 5. Dreams is in early access, but I'm counting it because I put a lot of time into Dreams this year, and some of my most memorable experiences from 2019 in terms of gaming come from Dreams. Somebody made a level that is just the pacer test. If you went to high school in the US, you know what the pacer test is. That is hilarious. That is peak comedy. And I think Dreams is full of stuff like this. I tried my best to make a McDonald's themed Mario 64 clone. I want to get back to it someday, but like the fact that I'm even able to do that if I'm like actually capable of using these tools is incredible. 2 great Dreams shoutouts I want to give: Pig Detective, Shrek Survival. Top 4 are the heavy hitters though. These are absolutely the games I spent the most time with in 2019. And first, number 4 is Tetris 99. Last year, Tetris Effect was, I believe, my 3rd favorite game of the year. I'm continually surprised by people who are able to put a new spin on Tetris and make it work, and Tetris 99 did just that. I know I said Apex is the best battle royale, traditionally, but Tetris 99 definitely has the highest hour count for me playing a battle royale this year, because I put 55 hours into that thing, and I can easily see myself putting in another 55. 3rd place, I would have loved if this ended up higher, but Kingdom Hearts 3 I love the game, love the story, huge fan of the franchise. I asked my mom for Kingdom Hearts 1 as a Christmas gift this year because I don't have my original PS2 library anymore. So unwrapping that was nice. I have so much nostalgia and love for this series. And 3 was a very satisfying end cap to this Darkseeker saga. I really love seeing the resolution. I really enjoyed the Toy Story world the most out of the entire game. So seeing Sora again, seeing the entire cast across all these different spin-offs come together for the culmination of this franchise that I've been playing since I was like 6 as a 22-year-old in 2019. It's just an unforgettable experience, and I'm super hyped for Remind, and I hope Remind is able to elevate it a little more in hindsight. Second place, Death Stranding. I know why people would hate the game, I totally get it, but I really enjoy being alone in that world, feeling that isolation, seeing the story that Kojima crafted, specifically the performance of Mads Mikkelsen and Margaret Qualley as Cliff and Mama respectively. But honestly, my favorite thing about the game is the social elements and just navigating through that world, because they give you all the information you need. They give you the tools to deal with your situation. So if you ever really mess up or find yourself struggling, the game doesn't hesitate to blame it on you because of how vast your options are for exploration, navigation, and survival in that game. And last but not least, if you've watched any Joyclicks content over the past couple months, you may have had a feeling that this is where we were going, but Fire Emblem Three Houses is my game of the year. It's just incredible. There's few games, few franchises that can give me the highest of highs from just standard gameplay, and Fire Emblem is absolutely one of them. No other game this year, or even in the past few years, was able to get my blood pumping as frequently as Fire Emblem did. There's some really difficult boss fights later in the game that it really came down to the wire for a handful of them, and a couple of my characters would have died if the odds weren't in my favor. And just having that experience, having that stress, and caring about this cast so much, it adds to that permadeath mechanic of Fire Emblem, because I was actually scared. I think my internal Switch clock is at 80-something hours for the game, but my in-game clock is at 70, so I lost about 10 hours of progress from doing hard resets to save a couple of my favorite characters in that game, and it was worth it, and I would do it again. The characters, the world, exploring the monastery, the actual strategic gameplay, it's passive enough that you can multitask or really take your time to think about all your options in the game. It's still stressful, it still feels like there's stakes there. Being able to achieve that is a very, very impressive feat. So there you have it. Those are the top 10 best games of 2019. I know Battlefront 2 did not come out in 2019, but it may as well have for all the changes and updates they made this year. And yeah, that is the final chapter for 2019, the final video of 2019 here on Joyclicks. But 2020 has some exciting content. I've been working on some things with some friends, and there's a lot to be excited for Joyclicks in 2020. So if you have jumped on in 2019, I want to give one more big thank you. It's been fantastic seeing all the new subs come in over the past 8 months, and I really love doing this, genuinely, and I love talking to all you people about the things that I like, and I can't wait to do it more in the new year. So have a safe new year, hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, I'll see you next decade.